And last month, Philadelphia hosted the NCAA Wrestling Championships, and a young man from Easton completed a remarkable season. Jordan Oliver's story will tell you he's an All-American, and he ended the season undefeated. But the real test came when adversity struck, and it almost cost him the one man that inspired him most. John Bork has the story.
Dig up a few boxes at his childhood home and you realize winning championships is nothing new for Jordan Oliver. His first one came as a 45-pound 7-year-old. His mom has the medals and the memories to prove it.
He cried and my dad said, "It's okay to cry, buddy." And he says, "I'm not crying because I won." And my dad said, "Why are you crying?" He said, "I'm crying because there's no one else to wrestle. I got to go home."
13 years later, Jordan couldn't wait to come back home. The 3-time state champion from Easton left as one of Pennsylvania's all-time greats, only to return a 2-time All-American at Oklahoma State.
He's almost a Rain Man of wrestling. He's very mobile, always moving all the time. You take him to a wrestling tournament as a 7-year-old, he could sit on the elementary mat all day long and know that they missed a point on the score. He knew who took who down with what moves, and he'd sit there all day.
We didn't think we were going to mold as a sophomore, you know. I mean, that's what's incredible. I mean, when people look at Jordan, the sophomore year that he's had at one of the historically toughest weights, he's dominated up to this point.
Until college, Jordan's older brother Josh was the driving force throughout his career, always keeping him a step ahead of the competition.
Jordan had the advantage that kids his age weren't learning the things that he was learning at that age. Because anything that Josh learned, he came home, "Jordan, look, let me show you something." Josh saw it very early, and Josh just pushed. He pushed harder than I pushed. He pushed further than I pushed.
But Jordan also quickly learned what not to do when Josh served a 2.5-year prison sentence for pleading guilty to robbery and other drug-related charges.
We were mortified, to say the least. And how it affected Jordan, I saw it affected him. As much as he tried not to show that it had an effect on him, it absolutely had an effect on him. Josh is his hero, and he just couldn't understand what happened.
It's a whole different lifestyle where we're at, and obviously where he grew up, and it's different. It's a lot different. Well, I think he experienced some things. He had a chance to watch, you know, a brother. I think that was a great benefit for him, is that he had an older brother that wrestled, and he had a chance to see him grow and probably make mistakes and make bad decisions.
Even throughout his incarceration, Josh would remain protective of his little brother. Jordan would make frequent trips here to the Northampton County Prison, where Josh would constantly issue warnings, reminding him to stay away from the people that had poisoned his life.
We were very protective of him.
Yeah, of all his friends.
All his friends.
Out with.
Yeah, he wasn't allowed to hang out like he did. I didn't let him walk anywhere, because there was a lot of things going on with that situation. And we did a lot, but his brother from behind bars was more so than us.
He's always been there for me, always pushed me in the right direction and picked me up when I was down, basically, and it was always somebody I looked up to. So definitely having my brother here and able to share it with him was a great experience, and I wouldn't traded it for anything.
That experience took place just last month as Jordan capped off a perfect season, winning a national championship in Philadelphia, 75 miles from his hometown.
Jordan Oliver, your national champion at 133.
Then again, distance can't measure just how far they've all come together.
It's been a great journey, and a lot of hard work and dedication has gone into it, and also a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I don't regret any minute of it, even taking losses, going through high school and even my freshman year in college. So it just helped me and also made me into a better wrestler. So I wouldn't take one thing back.
Because Jordan Oliver is still that pint-sized kid who cried when there was no one left to wrestle. because all along he knew what he wanted to be.
When he was little, he says he's going to win the Olympics and he's going to buy me a house so I don't have to work anymore.
Yeah, he's been saying that since
He was 6 years old.
He needs to recognize that's a whole nother level too that you got to reach, that you're not at right now. But time's on his side, and he's done a lot of good things to point in that direction right now. How good can he be? He can be the world's best wrestler one day.
Wow, that was one remarkable season, and Oliver's not done yet. He does have his sights set on the Olympics in 2012 in London.